Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. I'm Katie, I'm 45 years old and I'm a makeup artist. I love to help women over 40, really of any age, but specifically makeup over 40, learn tips and tricks as you are learning to deal with changes in your skin, because that's exactly what I've been going through for the past 5 years. So this is a Facebook Live, but I will be sharing it to my YouTube channel as well. So if you're hopping on, say hi. If you're watching the replay, please put a number 2 in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and put my link to my pharmacy website in the comments. Good morning, Michelle. How are you? Okay, pinning that comment, or yeah, there we go. Okay, so I have the Age Reversist hydrogel eye patches on. I put these on under my eyes this morning after I washed my face. So I did a mask last night. I call it Mask Monday. And Pharmacy has an Age Reversist all night beauty mask. So it's like a gel and you put it on and then you go to sleep and then you wash it off the next morning. So I did my mask last night. So I decided to go ahead and do my hydrogel eye patches this morning. You leave them on for like 15 minutes. There's a real nice cooling sensation, and then when you take them off, there's going to be some leftover product that you just work into your skin. So this is the container that they come in. I think there's I can't remember, 30 eye patches in here, maybe 50. Now that I'm saying 30, I want to say 50, but it comes with this little scooper spoon thingy to get them out, and that's what they look like, and it's really fun. I love the way that they feel. So the Age Reversist eye patches will help reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. It has seaweed extract in it to help do that. And then we also have Aqua if your skin needs hydration. And we also have Lumi Radiance if you need help with brightening up your under eyes. I get a lot of comments or questions from people about brightening under eyes. I highly recommend the Lumi Radiance eye patches for that. Okay, so I've had them on for about 15 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and take them off. You can actually put them anywhere. I've put one on my forehead before, so if you have prominent forehead wrinkles, you could use them there as well. So they just come off very easily. And then, like I said, we are just going to tap in the excess product lightly, and it feels so nice and cool on the skin. If you're hopping on, please say hi. Let me know you're here. Okay, so now that we have those eye patches, some people can leave the eye patches on while they do their eye makeup. That's perfectly fine. It's up to you. You can definitely multitask. All right, so I'm going to use the 3-in-1 face palette again today, but I'm going to use the pinks. So I'm wearing my pink sweatshirt that I ordered from Etsy. It says "Be Kind." I don't know if you can tell on your screen if it's backwards or not, but I got it in yesterday, so I was excited to get to wear it today. And I'm going to need to zoom in even closer, and I know my brows need groomed a little bit. I really should have shaped them some this morning, but I didn't, so it is what it is, and it's okay, because we can do the best we can, but we don't have to be perfect, right? No one's perfect, so I'm not gonna pretend to be or claim to be. I just like to come on here and show you guys things that work for me, and to share things with you that like customers will come to me and ask me about. So I figure if one person has that question, probably chances are more than one person has that question. So I'm just going to clean up the brow with a Q-tip. And I feel like this brow needs to be a little bit, I need to sharpen my pencil is what I really need to do. All right, so this is the week of Thanksgiving, and I know a lot of people are off work this week, or you will be off for a few days, and probably either traveling or having family come in, lots of things going on. So that's why I wanted to show you guys the 3-in-1 palette yesterday and today, because it's versatile and it will help save you time. So I will go ahead and do my primers on my face and my eyes. Let's do the, if you're hopping on, please say hi. Let me know you're here. All right, we're gonna do some eye primer. The eye primer, as I've said many times before, is a game changer. It helps carve out your brow and it will help your makeup last longer. Your colors be more vibrant on your eyelids, all the things. So you don't want to skip this step, and it does not take a whole lot of extra time. I'm just putting it on with a small flat brush so that I can get right underneath that brow. And then once I have it spread out throughout my eyelid, I'm going to just use my ring finger to tap it in. So if you're hopping on, please say hi. I see we have 6 people watching, but only Michelle has said good morning. So good morning. What are you most thankful for? Since this is the week of Thanksgiving, tell me in the comments what you are most thankful for. It doesn't even have to be what you're most thankful for, but what is something you are thankful for this year? I have my own business. I get to do makeup for a living and share products with women to help them feel confident and beautiful, and it's so rewarding. I love what I do, so I'm very thankful for my customers, my clients, and the fact that I get to do this business. That is one of the things I am especially grateful for. I'm gonna see if maybe comments are not, everybody's either being really quiet or Facebook's not showing me comments. Okay, I'm just going to, hey Belinda, good morning. I'm just going to tap on a little bit of setting powder. All right, and then let me go ahead and do my face primers real quick. I say primers plural because I actually like to use both of our primers. This one here has a moisturizer built into it. So if you have dry skin, that's great. It also gives you like a glow. And then I like to use this one because it helps fill in fine lines and smooths out your face before putting on your makeup. Primer is actually also going to help your makeup last longer. Right now, you're thankful for Dayquil and NyQuil. The flu has been rough. Oh, I know. I hope you get better soon. Just rest. Hi, Carla. Hi, Suzanne. Thanks for watching. I'm just tapping this primer in. Now, you don't have to use 2 primers. That's just my personal preference that I like to do. The silver primer is like a silicone base. It's really good for oily skin. And then the this one here is the oily skin one, and this one here is the dry skin. And I do have dry skin because I'm in my mid-40s, but I like both of them for different reasons, so I just mix them together. But like I said, that's just me. Hi Miranda, thanks for hopping on. And under my eyes feels so nice and smooth because I just finished wearing my hydrogel eye patches from Pharmacy. I used the Age Reversist ones to help with under eye fine lines. Okay, so if you have super oily skin, what you can do at this point is you could spray your face with some of our fixing spray. I don't, I have dry skin, so I'm gonna, just let it soak into the skin naturally. And I'll go ahead and work on my eyes. So again, we're using the 3-in-1 face palette today. We're gonna do the pink for the eyeshadow today because yesterday I did the brown. Tapping the best way to apply primer. Yes, that's right. Tapping is the best way to apply everything. Because you're tapping it into the skin. You're not pulling the skin. You're not being rough with the skin. Okay, so we're taking the pink and hi Misty. All right, so we're putting the pink. I'm just drawing like a little bit of a marker right here with my eye open and relaxed of how high I want to bring my eyeshadow. don't know why like one glob just like globbed right there. That's weird. Don't know why that's doing that. So we're gonna take a blending brush and blend that out. That is really, really weird as to why that just globbed right there. I'm not sure why that happened, but we'll just try to blend it. I'm doing small circles with my brush to blend it out, and it's doing a good job of blending it out, so we're good. Let's go to this side. So I don't want to have like a harsh line right here. I want to soften that up, but that's going to be the guide for me of how high up I'm going to bring my eyeshadow. I really need to trim my brows today. I'll do that tonight before I get a shower. I'm going to shower tonight because we're leaving super early in the morning to start our Thanksgiving journey, and we're having to get up super early. I told my husband I am going to take a shower tonight, and I'm going to sleep in my clothes that I'm wearing tomorrow, so that all I have to do is get up and brush my teeth, put on some deodorant, brush my hair, and out the door. I'll have everything else packed and ready to go, and we can get on the road and get going, because we have a long drive tomorrow, especially because we're dropping my dogs off at my in-laws. So we have to do that first and then head that way. Thanks, Tammy. So if you're watching, I would love to know what you are grateful for this week. I'm just building up this color. So again, this is the pink, the blush color from the 3-in-1 palette. And I'm just building this color up. Tapping it on, and I'm going to go back and blend it out. But right now, I just am building the color up. So I'm just tapping this color on. Hi, Andrea. How are you? Thanks for hopping on. If you guys are just hopping on, tell me what you are grateful for. I am so super grateful that I get to do makeup for a living, and super grateful and thankful for my clients and my customers. All right, so now that I've got that pink really built up by tapping that color on, I've just wiped off my brush real quick, and I'm just gonna go back with small circles. Hi, Lisa, and good morning. And then I'm just going to do small circles to blend this out. There we go. So I'm using this 3-in-1 face palette today. It's bronzer, blush, and highlighter. And yesterday I showed you guys how to use the bronzer as eyeshadow. Now today I'm showing you how to use the blush as eyeshadow. It's a very versatile palette that's great for traveling. It takes up, less space in your makeup bag. It saves you time because you're not having to, fumble through your makeup bag to find more products. So I'm going to do a little bit more on the sides. You are grateful for your mom. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. All right, just building up the outer corner a little bit more. Lisa says, thankful for my children and my grandchildren and my salvation. Awesome. So you guys know I do my eyes first most of the time. I like to let my primers and everything else soak in. And so you have to trust the process. The eyes will come together once I have my face makeup on. All right, so now I am going to take my highlight shade from this palette, and I'm going to take my pinky just like I did yesterday, and we're just going to tap this on in the inner corner like so. And because I have hooded eyes, I'm going to bring this up a little bit higher with my eyes open so that I can see how it's going to look. We're going to pop the shimmer on this corner. So same thing I did yesterday, but instead of using the bronzer, I'm using the blush for the eyeshadow. All right, and then let's do one more step for the bottom part of the eye, and then I'll do the face makeup, and you can watch it all come together. Okay, so I'm just wiping off my pinkies. All right, so I'm gonna take a super small brush, teeny tiny brush. I'm gonna go back into that blush color, and I will probably do a black wing today as well, just to give this pink something extra. So I'm just taking that blush color and coming underneath the eye, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the highlight on the other side. We're gonna do in the corner, and then we're gonna bring it out. Same thing here in the inner corner, and bring it out. All right, so speaking of black wing, I think what I'll do before I do my face makeup, because then I can clean it up better, I'm gonna go ahead, and you can use a straight edge, you can use anything that is straight to make your line really straight. So I'm gonna come off the corner of my eye here, and just do a little bit at a time. And this is going to serve as my eyeliner as well. It's eyeshadow, it's just black eyeshadow. And then I keep my eye open and kind of go back and fill that in. So again, I can see how that's going to look. And then I'm just going to connect the bottom part with that black so that I have a little bit of something different than just the pink. So we'll do the same thing over here. I'm just going to come out of the inner corner with a little bit of black eyeshadow. If you have hooded eyes or you're in your 40s like I am, I find that doing this with the eyeshadow is much more of a forgiving and softer look than an ink liner. I think if you're younger and you do not have hooded eyes or wrinkles, then the ink liner is much easier. There we go. And I'm just going to connect the bottom. And then I think what I'd like to do as a final step is I'm going to take a black eyeliner and I'm going to tightline the top inner corner, which means I'm going to place this on my waterline. Yes, Andrea, I have on an eyeshadow primer on my eyelids. It helps your eyeshadow stay put. It helps your eyeshadow blend. It helps your colors look more vibrant. So I just tightlined just that outer corner. Good morning, Christy. And then I'm gonna also take a small flat brush and I'm gonna take the highlighter and I'm just gonna pop this on very lightly under the arch of the brow. I've really got to clean up my brows today. I think I've already said that like 3 times. I know my brows are a mess. Hi, Alicia. Good morning. How are you? All right. So I have used this 3-in-1 face palette for my eyeshadow for a second day in a row and did a completely different look. Okay. So now let's do the face makeup. I've already let my primers dry on my face. I had hydrogel eye patches on when I first came on. Hi, Joette. I'm good, Alicia. Okay, so now I'm using my VFX foundation. This is my favorite foundation in the whole world. It has photo filtering technology, which means it makes your skin look airbrushed. When you take pictures, it blurs your skin together. It is amazing. I never use filters on my photos, and I don't have to because this foundation is amazing. It is full coverage, but it's also buildable. So if it is not full enough for you after your first layer, you can always go back and add more. But if you want something less coverage, we do have the new Air Glow foundation, which is great for mature skin because it boosts hyaluronic acid synthesis, which helps your skin look more youthful. And then we have CC cream, which is a medium coverage, and we have a BB cream, which is a light coverage. So this is just my preference. I absolutely love the VFX foundation. So then what you want to do is you want to take a kabuki brush. Mine needs washed. The bristles are stiff on it. It needs washed. But you're going to basically stipple your foundation, and you're going to stop right there at your eye bag. If you're going to use concealer under your eyes, you do not want to layer products under your eyes because you have thin skin there. And if you have, you know, fine lines and wrinkles, it's going to accentuate them. So stop at your eye bag. So I'm going to just finish stippling in this foundation. I did 3 pumps on my hand and I still have quite a bit left, as you can see. So I may go back a second time. We'll see how I feel once we have this all blended out. I have a really red face and this covers it pretty well. So those of you who are just hopping on, I was asking viewers to tell me what they are most thankful for. Since this is the week of Thanksgiving, so if you want to share in the comments with us, we'd love to see. Okay, so I've got that all tapped out with the brush. Now what I do is I take a wet beauty blender. I've already wet this before I came on, and I'm going to bounce it off my face. It's going to help smooth out any brush strokes from the brush, from the bristles, and it is also going to help remove any excess product. And I'm going to use just a little bit more in the middles of my cheeks is usually where I do add some more product because that's just where I need more coverage. So we're just going to add that, take the rest of what was on my hand. Thankful for waking up this morning, for a roof over your head and food in your belly. There you go. Those are all great things to be grateful for. I have found over the years that, you know, being grateful for those small things, the little things, I say little things and small things, but those are not small at all. But being grateful for everything, starting with the small things, really makes a huge difference in your mindset. And mindset is something I have really worked on for many years. And I feel like your mindset is just like any other muscle that you have to work it for it to be strong. So practicing, you know, being grateful on a daily basis, I think is so super important to your mindset in your everyday life, you know. Okay, so got all that blended out. Now I'm going to put some concealer under my eyes. I'm using a peach tone concealer in the inner corner and the outer corner because I am 45 years old. So I like to use a peach tone concealer to conceal texture. I use a plumping formula concealer so it plumps out fine lines. And doing it over here in this outer corner is going to help give you a lifted look to your eyes. Okay, so I'm going to let that set for just a moment because I do want it to get a little bit tacky consistency, and I want the plumping formula to do its thing. So while that is setting, I'm going to go ahead and put on some brow mascara. The brows need trimmed badly. My brow hairs grow so fast. Does anybody else have that problem? Your brow hairs grow fast. My nails grow fast and my brow hairs grow fast, but the hair on top of my head does not grow fast. What is up with that? You're thankful for your family, your friends, but very thankful for air to breathe, food, and shelter. I love the things that you guys are. Your eyebrows, hairs grow fast too, Andrea. It is annoying because I feel like I'm constantly having to trim them. Okay, I'm going to use a brush. Hi, Michelle. I'm going to use a brush to work this concealer in. So I've done the inner corner and the outer corner. Tammy, yours are very thin, aren't they? And light. And then we're going to bring this up the side of the face. You can use this to also clean up, you know, if you've done a wing, if you messed up at all. Concealer is a great way to clean up around your eyes. It's going to create like a sharp, clean edge to your eyeshadow as well. And if you have, you know, fine lines or wrinkles under your eyes, just use less product than I did. You do not have to use very much. I'm going to just come up the side of the eye over here on the side. All right, so now that I've got it all spread out, I'm going to use my ring finger to tap it in. The warmth from my finger is going to help warm up that product and help it to sink into the skin better. We don't want the concealer sitting on top of the skin and getting cakey, which I never have problem with mine, but I highly recommend doing the steps that I've done of letting it plump and get tacky first, then using a brush, then using your finger. It's kind of a little bit of a little process there. Never tug or pull the skin under your eyes. It's thin skin and that will cause wrinkles. So I'm tapping lightly. Hi, Tracy. Okay, now that I've got all that concealer worked in, I am going to set it with some setting powder. The Pharmacy setting powder is a very fine powder that won't settle in those fine lines, so it's okay to use a little bit to set your concealer. All right, so I showed you guys yesterday how to use the 3-in-1 face palette for contour, blush, and highlights. I'm going to do that again today. I've used the blush on my eyes today, whereas yesterday I used the bronzer. I am going to blend that out just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do bronzer first. All right, so just take the, good morning, Tracy. All right, we're taking the bronzer. I always tap off the excess. We're going to start right above the ear and come down towards your mouth, but you're going to stop at the end of your eyebrow. So trust the process here. Some of this is going to look funny until I get it all blended out. So just trust the process. I'm going to go up the side of the face, around the perimeter of the face, tapping it into the hairline. And as you can see, I'm tapping it on just like I do everything else. We're tapping. And I start off with a little bit of product and I build it up, because once you have too much product on, it's really hard to get it blended out. So I always say start off with a little bit, because you can always add more, but it's really hard to take it away when you've got too much. You know what I mean? I almost just used the blush. I almost used the wrong thing. Okay, here we go. All right, so I've got my bronzer everywhere where I want it on the face. I'm gonna do a little bit down here. And then we're gonna do the nose, which when you're doing the nose, less is more. Only use a tiny, tiny bit. I always tap off the brush and blow on it just a little bit. The nose contour, if you get too much, it's really, really hard to blend it in. So I really like to start off with just a little bit and then build up. And then I'm touching my skin with a very light hand as to hopefully not deposit too much product in one area. If you just go, boop, you know, you're just gonna have too much product in one area. So if you do it very, very lightly, it's easier to evenly distribute the product. See, I started to go heavy right there and I can see it. All right. I'm gonna clean off my brush and then go back in and blend it out a little bit more. Okay, so now I'm gonna use my powder. This is a BB powder, and I like to use a triangle sponge. And I'm going to cut the contour on this side of the face, right under the contour. Same thing on the other side. Then the chin, the nose, the forehead, right up to the side of the nose, and the cheek area. Now, I'm gonna take a clean brush and blend everything together. And by doing blending, I'm doing small circles. Just do small circles to blend it all out. When it comes to the nose area, I kind of just tap it in. Blend. All right, so now it's time for blush. So I shared with you guys yesterday some blush tricks using the blush from the 3-in-1 palette again. Get some product on your brush, tap off the excess, touch it to your hand to see how pigmented it's going to be, because that can be a very pigmented blush. Also, start doing circles with your brush before you touch your face. It's going to help even out the product rather than boop, putting too much product in one area and then having to try to distribute that product. So if you're already doing circles when it touches your face, it's going to evenly distribute the blush. We're coming up the side of the face right above your bronzer. I like to take it up just a little bit over onto the forehead. So kind of like a C right here. Okay, now I'm gonna blend again. I feel like I want to cut that a little bit more. Hi, Tracy. And I may go ahead and just let that bake for just a little bit. Okay, what was I doing? I was blending the blush. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. Got distracted. So when you do your blush at an angle going up the side of your face, that's going to help you with that lifted look, right? We used to put blush on right here on the apples of our cheeks and then come back, and that's going to make your face look really boxy. Okay, so I've let this powder set for a moment, so I'm just going to go back in and just kind of tap it in. All right, so before I do my lashes and lips, I'm gonna go ahead and use my fixer spray. If you have oily skin, make sure you're using a good fixing spray. This is gonna help your makeup not budge. In addition to a good primer, that I would say that is the best thing to do, is the primer, the foundation, and your setting spray. And you could also use powder. Okay. Some of the areas we touch throughout the day that we don't even realize we're touching is our chin, our mouth, and our nose. So I like to tap this down onto my neck, my chin, around my mouth, and my nose. I sweat on my forehead very easily. That's the first place I sweat. So I also go back and tap it in on my forehead. Okay, so now I'm gonna do mascara and lips. So I love our lip plumpers, and my favorite color to wear a lot of times is pink. And we do not have this color any longer, except they did bring it back in a gift set. So you can get the lip plumpers, and it comes with this one, and then I think it comes with oh, which other colors does it come with? Tracy Brewer, do you remember? It's a gift set that's limited edition right now. So I like to lightly line my lips first. Then I'm going to use, this one's called Framboise. Framboise means raspberry in French. And then we're going to hit the pink lip plumper. I wish this color was part of our regular line because I love it. All right, and then let's see, for lashes, I think I'm going to just do the Infinity Lash. Infinity Lash is one of our new mascaras. Really helps make your lashes look long. I'm going to use a little bit of lash primer just on the outer corners. Because when you have hooded eyes, it's always a good thing to accentuate the corners of your eyes. Give kind of like that lifted look over there. So I just did some lash primer. Then I'm going to use the Infinity Lash mascara. And just like yesterday, I did get some down here. I'm going to let that completely dry before I try touching it, because if I do it while it's wet, it's going to smear and smudge. So I'll wait until it completely dries, and then I'll use the edge of my eyebrow spoolie brush, and it will come off very gently. I wore false lashes on Saturday, so I still have a little bit of false lash glue residue on my eyelashes. I tried to get it all off. So some of it's looking a little bit more clumpier, but that's because of the lash glue that is stuck to my eyelashes. I don't wear false lashes very often. I'm not going to put this back into the wand or into the tube. This is the wand. I'm going to use the same wand on both eyes. I feel like it gives you plenty of product. I'm going to coat the other side of the lashes as well. And remember, if you do get any clumps on your eyelashes, you can always turn the angle of your wand and pull up. And that will help unclump them as well. Thanks, Christy. Hi, Tamara. Okay, so I have just finished. I used the 3-in-1 face palette again today for my bronzer, highlighter, and blush. I used the blush on my eyes today instead of the bronzer, which I did yesterday. And this is the finished look. So I did pin my website in the comments if you're interested in looking at any of the products that I used. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I appreciate y'all hopping on. I hope you have a great day and a happy Thanksgiving week. Love you guys. Bye.